Hello everybody, it's Dezire. I'm here to react to a video that Steve, it's Steve on Twitch and YouTube. I'll have his links in the description of this video. He wanted me to react to the video. I also gave him the link to the microphone that I purchased. But any hoosers, let's get into the nit and grit of this. This video is made by I think it's the employee handbook that they give. And this is Dogpack, which we all know is the guy who's pretty much been leaking everything. I used to be able to see edit history of this document. It has been edited dozens of times since early 2022. Many of the edits are from Jimmy's mother. So the version is cleaned up, in quotation marks, from the original and still paints a horrific picture of the culture there. And it definitely is a boys' club environment that encourages recklessness and harassment and makes women uncomfortable. So it's not even a surprise that the Beast game producers allegedly allowed women to be assaulted during challenges, didn't provide feminine hygiene products, and even stole women's underwear. Nicole, I don't know how to say that. I'm going to call her Refi. I don't know how to say your last name. I apologize. I apologize. Just uploaded a podcast where she talks about her experience in a MrBeast video from 2 years ago, where she struggled with producers to get her prescribed birth control during a challenge. So this isn't a new problem either. It certainly wasn't caused by the CrowdStrike outrage. I also have proof that the known perpetrators of SA, oh shit, are kept on payroll. No. And I guess those are just A-player mistakes, according to Jimmy. Okay, let's get into this fucking video, because, I might get heat.
Coming out about MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, some of his employees, and his, in my opinion, terrible business practices, some of which I've
seen even having to fill. This is the employee handbook, according to the thing. Let's get into the nit and grit of it. As I type this, I realize it may not be the wisest to categorize it.
I realize it may not be the wisest
let's go with
to categorize everyone into 3 buckets. But this is how I believe we should look at everyone a part of the production team. So basically, he already
you're just
knows what he's about to say is inappropriate.
It's insanely inappropriate. As a boss, that's super inappropriate.
But he can't help himself from doing it and saying it. You're either an A player, B player, or C player. There is only room at this company for A players. A players are obsessive, learn from mistakes, coachable, intelligent, don't make
Oh, so B players and C players are not intelligent and they're not coachable? No? Good categorization there, fucking Jimmy. Good job. You're a fucking moron.
Excuses. Believe in YouTube.
Also, the don't making excuses. Didn't Ava make excuses? Ava Chris Tyson? No? Sorry, my mic started to come undone there. I got a feeling I'm going to get really hot this video.
See the value of this company and are the best in the goddamn world at their job. B players are new people that need to be trained into A players, and C players are just average employees.
Is there a problem with average employees? No, there shouldn't be.
They don't suck, but they aren't exceptional at what they do. Okay.
That's a little bit of a
As he's saying, they don't suck, but they aren't exceptional. He misspells aren't. The hypocrisy. Let's move on. They just exist. Do whatever and get a paycheck. They aren't obsessive, aren't spelled wrong again. C players are poisonous.
Wow.
And should be transitioned to a different company.
Everyone gets, we give everyone severance, they'll be fine. That's a little fucked, bro. That's just a little fucked, playing blatant favoritism.
Goes to your job on time, does your job, stays the like a work balance life that's acceptable in his eyes. That is considered poisonous.
Yeah, apparently just doing your job is poison. That's wow. That's super fucked.
Eyes. Anyone who has a healthy work-life balance relationship is poisonous. All right, moving on. On to page 17.
I'm with you on this
your
one.
mistakes.
You know, really, Jimmy, really. You had a guy named Jake the Viking who is refusing to own his own brother-in-law's mistakes and says he did nothing wrong. His brother-in-law is a registered PDF file because he's a disgusting human being, or the simple fact that Ava Chris Tyson keeps making up lies! I took my glasses off because I'm so pissed.
This coming from Jimmy, someone who has never owned his mistakes, never taken accountability, and never apologized for any
Yeah, he still has yet to fucking...
of his poor behavior.
Like his fucking illegal lotteries. No apologies for it. Let's just remove it. Or the, I didn't know Ava was doing this, and now he's been editing like 83 plus videos to remove the fact that he had fucking a Shadman comic in his living room!
He pays someone, a PR team, a spokesperson, and now a crisis management team to speak on his behalf. He never apologizes or takes accountability for anything. This is so hard for me to read because the hypocrisy is...
It's super hypocritical. I understand completely where she's coming from. I would be literally... She's a little bit more than, like, she's able to control herself a lot better than I can. I can't. Oh, man. Oh.
So strong. Okay. I hate excuses and despise with...
What? You've been doing nothing but giving excuses for Delaware and excuses for Ava. Oh, my God. Fuck, dude. Oh my God. Whoa. Fuck, I'm pissed. I hate excuses, but continues to give excuses constantly. Constantly. I just unplugged my mic. I gotta plug it back in, or my headset. Oh, I'm hot.
My entire soul when people just try to save face instead of learn from how they've met.
What are you? Oh my God! You have Ava still on payroll. And you still have that and you had a PDF file as a manager. And according to some of the documents, you've been trying to get that shit expunged. Ooh, I'm livid. Ooh.
Messed up.
Ooh, brother. Oh.
Mistakes are okay. Genuinely, they are, and I expect you to make a lot. That's perfectly fine. Every veteran here has cost me $1 million at one point or another.
Don't you tell me you're disrespecting people that served. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare, Jimmy.
And you can go ask them yourselves if I've ever held it over their heads.
Well, you're holding it over their heads in the fucking employee handout.
I'm sure you never hold it over their heads. I'm sure you never bring it up again. You don't mention it again. You don't write it in an employee handbook. And now that Jimmy's brought it up, I just want to ask the question, are there any veterans out there who have worked for Jimmy where you feel like he has held things over your head? Let me know, my DMs are open. The reason I'm okay with fuck-ups is because I know that's how you learn. I see it as me investing in you and your brain. Parentheses, hence why I have zero tolerance for C players and they must go immediately. Those fuck-ups could be done by an A player that will retain the information learned.
my god! Stupid piece of shit.
Again, to my point, he plays favorites. If you're one of his favorites, you can fuck up as much as you want.
Yeah, and it's
there's no
fucking
repercussions.
ridiculous.
If you're not one of his favorites,
It's
if you're
fucking
not on his
ridiculous.
good side, you fuck up and you're gone. I just beg you that you learn from every mistake and try not to repeat it. That's when it gets annoying. The hypocrisy. Jimmy, you don't even learn from your mistakes. I've never, ever, ever once
Yeah, you're constantly just breaking the lottery, just doing illegal ones.
fired someone on the spot for messing up. You have
What are you talking about? Didn't you fire that one guy on the spot because the other guy wanted a raise, and they talked about it in the Dogpack 2 video, the
nothing
second
to
video,
be afraid of.
404?
Own shit so we
No,
can address how
just
to
me?
fix it and then
Okay.
move on. I like that he's boosting about how much self-control he has, that he's never, ever, ever fired someone on the spot for making a mistake.
But you have.
What a great guy. And I have confirmation that instead he has his mom fire them the next day. Wonderful self-control. Page
wow, what a
18.
self-control right
Nothing
there.
comes before your priorities. When you're being assigned tasks, you should have what I call a prio list. If Ali says your prios are to 1. Get a Lamborghini under 200K. 2.
What? Ugh.
Get it wrapped in anime characters. 3. Make a custom steering wheel. Then nothing on this freaking planet is allowed to come between you and getting those priorities done. If the other team asks for your help and you spend 2 days helping them and fall behind on getting your Lamborghini secured, that's
It's a little bit fucked up.
your fault.
It's a little bit
If
fucked
the
up.
studio is burning down and you stop working to put out the fire and don't get the Lamborghini, that's
crazy, dude. That better be. But putting that in the handbook and then saying jokes, haha, that's crazy.
your fault. Parentheses, jokes, ha ha ha. But seriously, don't let anything come before your prios.
It's a bit fucking. That's a bit crazy, bro. That's a bit fucking. That's. Am I the only one that kind of feels like that's a communist state? No? Like that's like a communist thing? Am I the only one? Just me?
I'm just gonna read that again for anyone who is missing this. Out
Yeah.
the fire and you don't get the Lamborghini. This is dangerous. He's literally saying that the company culture is if the studio with employees is burning down, you should not go help and save their lives. You should go wrap that car with anime characters. That is the number one priority.
Yeah, that's
This way
disgusting.
of thinking
That's
is
super disgusting.
psychotic. This is dangerous. It is absolutely unacceptable.
It's beyond unacceptable. Outside of the fact that he's. Okay, I gotta calm myself down just a bit. Just calm myself
People out there who are
Calm
saying
down.
he's not edgy anymore, he's learned. This document is pretty new and references some of his newer videos. He has not learned. This is
Of course he hasn't learned. He still has Ava under contract, is what I've been told. Of course. He's a piece of human shit, dude.
who he is. So the title
that
No
guy.
Does Not Mean
Screw him
No
so
is a
much.
very obvious reference to essay. Instead of communicating in a professional manner, saying be persistent when you're producing or working, no does not mean no is the company culture of MrBeast. When dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside and you call the local Dollar Tree and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean Talk to other employees.
Oh,
and
yeah,
see
we've
if
had
any
this
are
already on
fans,
Twitter.
or
Yeah,
if
it's
any
super
have
fucked.
kids that are fans.
I
Try
remember.
talking.
I remember this. They're trying to like coax people and like. Oh my god. I honestly have never been more disgusted at an employee handbook. Like super disgusted. I don't understand.
To their boss. If Dollar Tree is torturing them to
Basically, what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Yeah,
Okay,
it's super fucked, dude.
power and fame to bully other people.
Yeah, they're straight up bullying people. It's fucking disgusting.
Positions that
And you're gonna still have people being like, oh, it's not that bad. It's fucking disgusting.
they don't feel comfortable with, that they could
Disgusting.
get in trouble for, they could lose their jobs and lose their ability to make income for their family. Next section, work on multiple video during a work day. That's how you fall behind on future videos and create a nasty cycle that I'm trying to stop. Days to focusing, but
Random things you should know. Do not leave contestant.
parentheses, ideally waiting in general for more than 3 hours. Squid Games, it cost us $500,000, and Boys vs. Girls, it got a lot of people out. Ask James to know more. Well, have I got stories about people you kept out in the sun for
didn't you?
days.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that later. Also, Warren, you'll probably be hearing. Here's another thought. I'd rather you be honest with each other than nice to each other. I also believe in honesty.
Honesty over niceness is always
I'm a big fan of it, but did you know you can be honest and respectful at the same time? You don't have to be honest and
That's
mean
how you
to
should do
someone.
it.
You can do both.
Preach!
Again, the hypocrisy. Jimmy cannot take honesty. He can't
Of course he can't.
take honest criticism.
He
can't
has to take
honest
yes
feedback. And if you are honest with
Why do you
them
think he
while
refuses
working
to
at his
acknowledge
company,
the situation?
you will
Because he's
most likely be
fucking
fired.
panicking and
This
shitting
next random thing you should know is why I have said that Jimmy plays favorites and he truly cultivates a boys club, his favorite boys. Do not talk down to talent or do anything to make them feel like I need them to be happy and in good moods, and those boys are special to me. Ideally, most talks with talent, parentheses, Chris, Carl, Chandler, and Nolan go through me, or Ollie, or Tyler to avoid confusion amongst them. Another thought, we pivot a lot. Be ready to have everything flipped on its head at a moment's notice.
That's terrible.
Well, as someone who's worked on many professional sets, to some degree, this can be true. Especially on location, you can run into factors that you didn't plan for correctly and you weren't prepared for. The ability to adapt and make changes on set is important as little problems arise, but however, when it comes to people's safety, like on the Beast games, you can't just make
the Beast games, you fucking denied somebody insulin. You denied women their underwear and like all this other medicine stuff. You can't do that.
Changes last minute on the fly at a production scale that large with that many people and have it be okay. And I've been talking to members of the crew who said that they were making changes minutes before some of these dangerous challenges, and they were scared people were going to get hurt, and they did.
And they did
here's
get
a great
hurt.
one. I want money spent to be shown on camera, ideally.
Why? It's not fucking... If you're spending over $10,000 on something and it won't be shown on camera, seriously think about it.
If you're spending over $10,000 on something and it won't be shown on camera, seriously think about it. And this is why so many people say that he only does charity for camera.
It makes
because
it
if he
seem
can't
super
film
disingenuous
it, he
and
doesn't wanna do
disgusting.
it. Pull all-nighters weeks before the shoot, so you don't have to days before the shoot. If you planned with adequate time, preparation, and staff, your staff wouldn't have to be doing all-nighters. Also, the way he's worded it is that there's gonna be all-nighters no matter what. So it's either days before the shoot or weeks before. So he's encouraging people, don't sleep weeks before the shoot. And remember, you have to be working on multiple videos at the same time.
Yeah,
it pretty much sounds to me
that would drive you batshit daffy. Why the fuck?
like you guys are always pulling all-nighters and you're heavily overworked. Here's the last
Super
Jimmy thought I'm gonna read. Never do anything that can make us look bad from a PR perspective.
You had a pedophile. I said the word. Shit. You had a PDF file employed as a manager.